Met Honorable Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Sri Conrad Sangma, to discuss and find a way out the long-standing boundary dispute between Assam and Meghalaya. We all know that state of Meghalaya has identified 12 places as disputed area, and claims has been made and historical fact, other relevant data has been placed on table to justify the claim that these were part of state of Meghalaya and Assam should give it back to the state of Meghalaya. Assam has also justified, or we have placed our documents to prove that these places belongs to Assam, and the claims made by the state of Meghalaya may not be justifiable. In view of the contradictory stand, it is important to resolve this dispute in a spirit of give and take, and considering that long-standing friendship between the people of Assam and Meghalaya, and also in order to keep the spirit of Northeast alive. So we understand that by raising claims and counterclaims, this dispute cannot be resolved. We need to adopt a pragmatic approach. We have decided that all these 12 sites will be discussed one by one, and relevant merits and demerits of claims and counterclaims will be discussed, and then whenever and in the places we see that it is really easy to resolve those disputes, we'll start resolving. So it may not be possible to resolve the entire dispute at a time, but definitely we can start from some point, and one by one we keep on resolving this dispute. Today's discussion was very, very fruitful. We appreciate each other's positions, and we also come to a common understanding that now we need to travel beyond status quo. Whenever both the Chief Minister met earlier, after the meeting we used to give a joint statement that both the state has agreed to maintain the status quo. This time we are not going to maintain that. What we are going to say to the people of Meghalaya and people of Assam, that we are firm and we are committed to resolve this dispute. So I have invited Honorable Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Sri Conrad Sangma, to visit Guwahati on 6th to start the second round of discussion, if we say that today is the first round of discussion. And then, if necessary, we will go to the all 12 sites together. Both the Chief Minister will, if necessary, will go to all the 12 sites to appreciate each other's position, and by the grace of God and by the grace of, the blessings of both the state, people of Assam and people of Meghalaya, I am convinced that we will be able to resolve this dispute. Thank you very much.
I would first of all take this opportunity to thank the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam for his visit to Shillong, and more importantly for agreeing to have this meeting today here in the Secretariat. It is in a way a historic meeting, because Honorable Chief Minister of Assam has come himself to the Secretariat and met us here, which is also sent a very positive message to the people of the state that Assam is very, very keen to see that we find a solution to this very, very long pending issue that we have. As was mentioned by the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, that number one, this has been pending for too long, and the people in the border areas especially have been suffering a lot. And it has always led to a lot of differences and violence also in the process. And people have not been able to stay in peace and have not received the development that they deserve. So therefore, somewhere we need to find a solution and finalize this long pending issue that is there. It is with this spirit and with this objective in mind that the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam and myself have been meeting in multiple occasions, and today was the first official discussion we had with all our officials, senior officials of both the governments present, as mentioned by the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam. The discussion was very positive, and we have decided that no longer will we look at status quo as the outcome of the meeting, but we will try to change from the status quo and find a solution to this very long pending issue. As I've been mentioning many times in the past, it's not very simple. So one should not expect or think that we will be able to resolve issues that have been pending for so long in a matter of days. This will require consultation. It will require a lot of homework. It will require us to really meet the people also at the grassroots level. And we also need to look at the current situation of the locations also. So depending totally on history and documentation of the past may not be the best approach altogether. So we are going to obviously look at the factual data, but we need to also look at what other ways we could move forward in able to find a practical solution to the entire problem, which is going to be obviously amicable and acceptable to both sides in nature. And therefore, we will work on each area one by one, and our officials have already started the homework. They will be conducting a number of meetings even before our second meeting, which will take place on the 6th of August in Guwahati. I thank the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam for having invited me for that meeting. And before that meeting, our officials will meet and discuss more details on all these, on the factual status of things in the border areas and the areas of differences. And we are very hopeful that we will be able to move forward in a positive manner. I must say that the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam has been very, very keen to find a solution to this issue. I also must say that the Honorable Home Minister of India, Shri Amit Shah ji, also has been very, very keen, and he has been always inquiring from the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam and myself also on how we plan to move forward in this. So there has been an interest both from Assam and Meghalaya as well as from Government of India to find a solution to this. So we are working on this. We are moving ahead in a very positive manner. And as mentioned by Assam Chief Minister, by God's grace, we should be able to move forward in this, and we should be able to find a solution. May not be a solution immediately for all, but at least we will start the process of moving towards a solution in this. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can I just have one question? What do you mean by saying that you will not maintain the status quo? Because the last meeting between the Chief Minister of Assam-Meghalaya is in 2010, where you have come to conclusion with a written status quo document. So what is, can you explain a little bit what do you mean when you say that we will not maintain the status quo in the border area?
No, we have to understand, what we are saying is that don't quote us and saying that we will not maintain status quo. What we are saying is, in the meetings, the resolutions have been to maintain status quo. The resolution today is not just to maintain status quo. The resolution is to now actually move forward in getting a solution. So yes, it's good that you clarified on that. It's not that we are saying that the status quo will not be maintained. What we are saying is that it will not be a resolution in the past where there was no movement of anything, and we always just said, let's maintain status quo, let's maintain status quo, let's maintain status quo.
In one word, now we'll travel beyond status quo.
Yeah, that's a better
From
word.
status quo, we'll try to move towards solution.
Yeah.
So in one word.
Yeah. What about the development activities in these 12 areas of preferences? Will these take place?
Now, you must understand that whatever the Chief Minister of Assam and Meghalaya has earlier decided, that status quo will be maintained in regard to the development activity, in regard to the administrative control, those will be there. So what we are going to try in next few months, that whether a actual solution can be find out. Suppose today in X village, development activity is being carried out by Meghalaya, definitely that status quo will maintain. But every time we both the Chief Minister meet and later on tell press that we are going to maintain status quo, that means status quo become the solution. So we don't want to remain in that, and actually we want to work for the solution while maintaining the status quo. If you allow us to put that correctly.
Any time frame for this?
We want to do as fast as possible, but there are certain areas, quick as has been mentioned by Honorable Chief Minister Meghalaya, out of 12, all area cannot be resolved in a time frame. So what we will do, we will try to address one by one. Wherever some solution agreement is possible, we will keep on doing that while going on discussing on the complex boundaries. But out of 12 places, some places are not that complex. So we will address those places first, then we will come to complex, and then we will go to the very complex issue. And in some point of time, even presence of Government of India will be necessary, because under our constitution, state boundary can be changed only by the Parliament of India. So while we are discussing bilaterally, at some point of time, Government of India has to come in. And as we are discussing today, you can take a impression, or you can understand that there must be some guiding force also in that discussion. Basically, Union Home Minister is encouraging both Honorable Chief Minister of Meghalaya and myself to discuss this issue and resolve. And at appropriate time, we will go back to Government of India.
So you have mentioned about give and take policy. So can we say that this border talk will be based on this give and take policy?
Look, all these are words. Now, if you go to a place, there are so many things that suppose Meghalaya is meaning a particular boundary with a name of particular village. Now, Assam may not consider that as Assam territory already. Assam might thinking that this village is something else. So, in those issues, we have to appreciate each other's position, and whenever boundary need to be redraw, we have to redraw. So you can mention that redraw as a give and take, or you can put it will be redrawn. So it is up to the assessment. So there may be a give and take, and if we do not like the word give and take, we can say that we will redraw, whatever.
So the previous government are trying to solve this long-pending issue.
I think we have answered most of the things, and if we keep on answering question answer, these will take more than what we did inside. So simple thing that now Assam and Meghalaya will put the best effort, the best possible effort to resolve this.